Next week will be the 1 month mark for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and now that we've gotten a lot of our guides and everything out of the way, we can start to take a look at things coming up within Black Ops 4. So I wanted to bring back a little thing we did here on the channel throughout World War II, but now do it for Black Ops 4, and things that you can look out for in Black Ops 4 for the upcoming week. Whether you're on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC, there's a lot of things to look out for this week, some bigger than others, some more confirmed than others, and some come down to just speculation of what we might see, but regardless, it's cause enough for you to end up thinking about it and maybe keeping your eyes open for an announcement of such. But that said, we're gonna be taking a look at 8 things here in this video today that you can look out for within Call of Duty Black Ops 4 this upcoming week. So just jump into it. Let's start out with things that are confirmed within Black Ops 4 for this upcoming week. Firstly, tomorrow we're gonna see a new featured playlist come in multiplayer, and maybe even that entire home screen change out a little bit for a new featured playlist within Blackout as well. Currently it's solos, might change to duos or quads, maybe even a limited time mode, but right now we do know that multiplayer will have a different featured playlist. So gun game is probably gonna go by the wayside, unfortunately, unless it ends up being added in permanently, but we don't have any section for party modes just yet, so it might be something that, like World War II, it comes as a limited time mode for a little portion of time, but then later in the year gets added in. But again, I'd expect a new mode to be thrown in the mix there. Such things maybe including Demolition, maybe we see Infected. Those of course are massive fan favorites as well, which honestly I'd be cool with them being permanent, but for the time being, while they're introducing new limited time modes, if it's going to be on rotation, I'd like to see those at some point. But whatever it is, we'll see one tomorrow, probably with an update and a refresh here at this every Tuesday. But also again, I'd love to see some limited time modes come to Blackout as well. We saw a handful of them, I think 3 throughout the Blackout beta, the 2 weekends that we had that, but since launch we haven't seen any just yet. It's almost again been that entire month, so kind of weird that we saw 3 introduced, and around that time there was the talk of so many limited time modes already being developed and made for Blackout, but we have yet to see any of those. So I'd be totally cool if we get one tomorrow, but keep an eye out regardless though for the featured playlist in some capacity changing. After that, we are going to, on PlayStation 4, see new special orders refresh starting tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I believe that's 5 or 6 p.m. GMT if I'm not mistaken. At first we were introduced to Firebreak as well as Seraph, having 2 of those added in as of last Wednesday. Currently we have Cathedral and Respito, the Battery as well as Recon themes available in these special orders right now until tomorrow. So the way that works out, we'll probably end up getting 2 new specialists, and on that we still have Ajax, Crash, Nomad, Prophet, Ruin, and Torque that we can have available to us, but as for which ones, your guess is as good as mine. But it seems like we're still gonna be following a similar Dia de los Muertos theme here with this, and that might be the last that we see of this, because we'll talk about in just a second that the Halloween event is going to be completely over for everybody as of this week, but maybe that's when we start to see a refresh into some different character themes and uniforms out of that. But right now, we'll still have those added in on deck tomorrow. And actually, the third thing we'll talk about here at this still deals with Blackjack Shop and special orders, but it's for my friends on PC and Xbox One. You're finally gonna be getting that as of Wednesday, more than likely, a week after PlayStation 4, so 7 days later. I'm still not a fan of this 7-day exclusivity period on core components of the game. I can understand a map or 2 if it drops throughout the year as DLC content, but for core pieces of the game itself, such as a marketplace or such as what may eventually be a sort of change up to the Blackout map if they continue with the lore of that, things like that I don't think should really ever be exclusive to console by a week. That's just weird to me, and I don't agree with it, but I digress. You're gonna be getting that as of Wednesday, and again, you'll probably fall in line with what we saw previously, the same sort of track record of starting out with Firebreak as well as Seraph, and then you'll end up moving your way over into Battery and Recon as the week progresses as well. Number 4 on this list here also still again deals with PC and Xbox specific only. Your Halloween event is going to be ending as of Friday, so if you haven't gotten up to rank 20, 21, 22, whatever it is, the way that it actually works out is it adds 20 levels to whatever level you started at whenever that was introduced to the black market. So for me, I ended up getting Pumpkin Face whenever I was ranked 21 or tier 21 in the black market, because as the Halloween event being introduced on PlayStation 4, I was already 1 tier into the black market. So that's something that whatever rank you have to get to, you have until Friday to end up doing this. So take advantage of it, grind out some games. Blackout is probably my best bet here for you guys and what I can recommend for breezing through your tiers easily. Of course, it all comes down to simply playtime, but you end up losing track, I think, of time easier in Blackout because you're always constantly involved throughout that 15 to 20 minute game rather than waiting for respawns and of course waiting at menus that take a lot longer than just in-game playtime. So in that 15 to 20 minutes in real life, if you're actually timing it, you'll get, of course, a lot more playtime than that of just regular multiplayer. So take advantage of that, go in, jump in, play a lot of that, and hopefully you can grind out anything you may still have on the Halloween event to unlock. After this, we're gonna now move over into things that are more so speculative and things that we don't necessarily know will happen, but I'd expect sometime soon. We're gonna actually kind of go in a more so order of things that are more likely to maybe less likely as we round out the rest of the things here with this list. But number 5, we're gonna talk about the idea of more server clarity. We talked about a lot here on the channel, the status of server performance within Black Ops 4, of course, as you know or may not know, the entire situation started that Black Ops 4 ran and launched on 20 Hz servers, which is well below the industry standard, but eventually made its way up to what is now 62 Hz on multiplayer. But Blackout is a different story. From all accounts that I've seen so far, we haven't seen that adjusted just yet entirely. That might be something that is coming at a later point because we're still in that 2-week window of where Treyarch said they were working on all things with server quality and performance, but Blackout might be the last of things updated here, but as it stands right now, we haven't heard anything from Treyarch about Blackout server quality, so that's still, to my knowledge, running on 20 Hz, but I could be wrong on that one, and if I am, I'd love to see it this week at some point, anytime during the week I'm fine with, the acknowledgement of such, or the acknowledgement that it is being adjusted and that it's being upped finally within Blackout. We've seen a lot of clarity from Treyarch and transparency on the situations at hand via posts on Reddit, so it's very possible to see one of those come out, but with it coming closer to the end of that 2-week period they gave us and set up initially, I'd be curious to see if we see something finally addressing Blackout happening this week. So keep an eye out for that one, but after this, we're gonna talk about some things that might not happen, but definitely now that we're in the time frame of when it will be coming close to it, it is sure still technically speculative, but it would make sense that something would happen. The first of those things being a possible Blackjack Shop tease or just overall release of it. If we take a look at it, or at least on PlayStation 4, I know this is yet to come on Xbox One and PC, but if we take a look at the Black Market update that we had as of this past week, and now a few days under our belt with it on PlayStation 4, we have the tabs of special orders, contraband, which is your stream, and something that is blocked off that we can't access just yet, of Blackjack Shop. Now this was stated to be coming in November, but no real time frame was really given for it, so it's possible that it could happen as early as tomorrow or Wednesday with an update here on PlayStation 4, or maybe we see our first tease as to when this will happen and how this will be introduced into Black Ops 4 in those days as well. We do have, of course, a big question mark for this week and next week as we move into early and mid-November, but it is something that we're now fast approaching when Blackjack Shop should be released on PlayStation 4 and then a week later for Xbox One and PC. So keep your eye out for that, maybe as early as tomorrow. How likely that is, your guess is as good as mine. But since we're talking about things that may be coming and things that will be releasing in November, well, may as well keep your eyes open for number 7 here on this list, that being a possible Nuketown tease. For those of you guys that remember, of course, this is something that was made public ages ago, well before the launch of Black Ops 4, but Nuketown is going to be finally coming to Black Ops 4, and it was mentioned all the way back that it would be coming for free for everybody as of what is seemingly mid-November. So we're, of course, a little earlier on in November, but we are fast approaching mid-November, but this is something that will be added in for free regardless if you have the base game, or if you have the Season Pass, if you have the Digital Deluxe, or if you have the Mystery Box Edition. It'll be added in and you have access to it as a player, no matter the circumstances. It's not exclusive, it's not locked behind a paywall, it's gonna be free to play for everybody. The only thing that it will be locked behind is, again, that 7-day exclusivity period on PlayStation 4. Again, that is really unfortunate how all this is working out, but that's gonna be something that is added in on PlayStation 4 before Xbox One and PC, but it still should be coming here shortly for everybody, and of course, once it is launched on PlayStation 4, it's only a matter of 7 days after that. So it's coming in mid-November more than likely, so maybe we see a trailer at some point this week, maybe next week, but we are fast approaching when it should be coming and releasing for everybody. The final thing that I want to talk about is genuinely 100% speculative. There is nothing that right now, from any official standpoint, seems to point towards this becoming reality, but it is worthwhile to at least consider, and maybe we end up seeing something happen, because we saw a 4chan leak, which is for anonymous posting relating to Black Ops 4, in which this ended up stating that we'd get a new specialist called Mountaineer. And what was listed actually kind of meets some of the criteria of the specialist information that we see on the map frequency on some of the glitched out monitors, but this leak ends up stating that we'd see Mountaineer at some point during mid to late November, with teases starting in early November. And we currently are in early November, and that might mean they're right around the corner here, and we do know that we're going to be getting more specialists as the year progresses. So what we have in terms of the 10 specialists right now is certainly not where we're going to end the year out at. We may end up having 14, 15, 16 specialists, who knows, but we are guaranteed to have more specialists throughout the year, so who's to say we don't get one coming up very soon? So while there is nothing that really can point to this being 100% credible or even slightly credible, there's also nothing that really disproves it at the moment. Treyarch hasn't ended up dispelling this rumor and saying, no, this is 100% false. So right now it's kind of just in a limbo period. So keep your eyes open for that as well, but that's where we're gonna wrap it up. That's 8 things to look out for this week in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Of course, still a very eventful week at hand here with this one, and being that we are still so close to when the game actually launched, there's still tons to do. If you're working on Dark Matter like I am, that's something you can maybe look forward to as well. We don't have any information on any double XP or anything, but still a lot of cool stuff coming up through this week and the next upcoming weeks as well. But that's where we're gonna wrap it up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What are you looking forward to in Black Ops 4? Is there anything in particular that you want to expand on out of what we talked about? Anything that I may have missed? Whatever it is, feel free to let me know. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops 4, multiplayer, Blackout, zombies, you name it, we got you covered here on the channel with the best of updates, news, tips, tricks, information, class setups, all that good stuff. We got you covered. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. But on that note, out of the way, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you all so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.